My mother looked nervous when she called me into her room. She said, "I want to talk to you about something." Maybe took a sip of water, and then said, "Now, I know that there are phone numbers out there that you might want to call because you're curious about what you're going to hear on it." I scratched my head. I had no idea what she was talking about. She said a lot of these numbers are for adults. They might advertise these on TV, even during shows that you might watch, but you should never call them. Do you understand that? I guess I understood what she was talking about, but I had no idea why we were having this conversation. She looked at me and could tell I was puzzled. She said, "Well, I got the bill for the phone company this month, and I noticed that somebody had dialed a lot of 976 numbers. I talked to your sister, and both of them said that they hadn't done it. So I was wondering, had you done it?" I said, 976 number? Oh boy, I had dialed 976 numbers. But I guess in my head I didn't realize that it cost money. I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know." She said, "Oh, so it was you." Then she took an even longer pause. She said, "Well, why did you call these numbers?" I said, "I don't know, I just wanted to hear what was on there." She said, "I don't want you calling these numbers anymore. It's very important you don't. They're too expensive." I said I understood. I would never do it again. I just really wanted to hear what Santa had to say. The pause at this point was very, very long, but unlike the previous pauses, which had been filled with what I would call dread, this one was filled with an ever-growing smile, as my mother seemed genuinely relieved to find out that the 976 phone number I had been dialing was for Santa Claus. And without missing a beat, the smile on her face, she said, "I know you wanted to talk to Santa, but you can't do it via the phone. You'll have to do it in a letter." I said I understood. She said, "Just keep that in mind. No more of these numbers. You can go now." I was a TV junkie and a sucker for these phone numbers. Would constantly get roped into wanting to call them, and it was very hard to resist. But when I did, and I would fall for them again, my mother was very understanding, and I think just relieved that the 976 numbers I was calling were for subjects that she was comfortable talking to me about. The holiday season is filled with advertising trying to sell you stuff, be it a conversation with Santa, your favorite drink, your favorite candy, or your favorite toy. On today's show, we're going to play some of our favorite. I did this type of show once before when I first started doing the show. People seem to like it, so this will be part 2 to Christmas commercials. We have a fun-filled episode ahead of us, so without further ado, let's start the show.